Ladies and gentlemen, WWE 2K25 should be free, but that's not what we're here for today. Let's first talk about the strong points of the game. Listen, I've been playing these WWE games for a long time, ever since PS2, and it has a near and dear spot in my heart. This is the most they tried on MyRise, Showcase, and MyGM in years. They actually legitimately tried on these game modes. I ain't even gonna lie. They were solid. MyGM super solid. I played it. I played the whole Showcase, and MyRise is beautifully done with unlockables. Yeah, actual unlockables you can only get from playing the MyRise mode. Pretty cool. And if you don't know, MyRise is like the career mode. Showcase is similar to like Road to WrestleMania, where you kind of follow, people or multiple people careers. This year it's the Bloodline, and MyGM is where you take over the role as a general manager and try to have the best show possible. Now, plus it had great train wrestling mechanics. I love the roster being so jam-packed, filled with some of the best superstars money can buy. Thank goodness for WWE. And some legends that I thought was kind of outs on the company, so they might have been like making some contractual stuff to get that going. But we're gonna get into the two game modes. I sense 2K's sinister hand at work. MyFaction. MyFaction has versions of the cards that you can't get in the other game modes. Cards that are pretty popular for like people who are old timers, like to the product. I would say like 30 and up. Like 2011 CM Punk is like worth its weight in gold for a lot of us, because that was him like at his peak. Like his peak's not now. Like his peak popularity was like back then. So if you really think about it, they're really trying to focus in and grab the money of each and every one of you guys possible. Keep on the lookout. Now, I'm not gonna get too much into MyFaction. If you believe MyFaction is a fun game mode, there's some things there. It's a card-based collector, just like my team. It's pay to win, just like my team. It wants you to spend a bunch of time on it, just like my team. My team is exactly the same things I'm describing. It's literally bone for bone, copy for copy version of my team from NBA. So it might be making the same amount of money. Now, I have to say, do y'all remember NBA 2K16? If you didn't, I'm just gonna give a quick reason why I bring it up. NBA 2K16 is when they introduced the park. And the park was a revolutionary idea at the time. They executed the park in 2K16 NBA 20 times better than how they executed the island in 2025. Bro, that is a 10-year decade time difference. How is that even possible? Personally, I don't know how it's possible. But let's talk about the island. Microtransactions are heavy. You got to spend money on hats, t-shirts. By the way, you got to unlock these in the island to use them on your My Career player, which these are some really fancy looking outfits and clothes and stuff. I would even say they're premium clothes, and to not allow you to use them in game modes outside of the island is egregious. It's like the equivalent of having DLC that you have to pay for each mission over and over again. It's very anti-consumer, but they're going to try to do it because it's 2K. The grindy economy. So to unlock a basic item, one outlet said this, you're going to need 60 wins. Yep, 60 wins. And then to get the premium items, you're gonna need 100 wins. Yep. Now, if you are a sicko, and I do mean it, you are a sicko, and you have played Island to this degree, please let me know. Are you still with us? Is your mind still with us? Because there's not much there, man. It's empty, it's quiet, it's boring. I'm describing the world, by the way, around it. You know, the first time you walk around, it's actually pretty cool. It's a nice time, but every time afterwards, mind you, they want you to stay there for like 100 wins. So I gotta judge it like that. Like, if the items exist for you to play for 100 wins, you have to judge a game based on the rewards they will give you. That's like going to Chuck E. Cheese's or Frankie's Fun Park or whatever you have, Dave and Buster's, and then you get to the prize line. They're like, man, I would love that toy on the top row, and they'll be like, that would be 6,000 tickets, bro. You get one ticket per game you play. In my hypothetical, that means you wouldn't have enough time to actually get that item, and I think you're gonna have to really think long and hard. What are you gonna do, brother, when NBA 2K comes from your wallet? The Sportster.com called it 2K's biggest sin. It has low VC flow because probably from the lack of content, server crashes, empty attrition when reports indicate early adoption waning and players abandoning the mode. That basically means no one's coming back. No one thinks this was a great idea. The Tribal's Chief's worst failure, Paul Heyman's worst failure, is being associated, well, other than the end of ECW. Oh, and Roman Reigns succotash promo. But other than those things, this is the worst thing I've seen from those two people in a long, long time. And it came from NBA 2K games. What were they thinking? No dev could have thought of this. This had to come from the suits, man. No way someone wearing a polo shirt said this, man. Had to come from a suit and tie, bro. Because if you even play these games a little bit, you know this is a terrible idea. So here's the bottom line. The island was poorly implemented, microtransaction riddled, early access style mode, punishes players that spend or grind excessively. Unless they do that, I should say. Reviewers of games are telling people to skip a whole mode on the title screen. I will not overlook this. This is exactly what I'm talking about in the rise and fall of studios. The only reason 2K gets to get away with half of this stuff, and please, I do not want them to get the 2K basketball, college basketball license. I don't want EA to have it. At this point, I don't even want the game to exist. Because I know 1 year it's going to come out, and it's going to be great because they actually had time to develop the thing. And then every year after that, they're going to try to re-release it and squeeze that lemon dry like they do with these WWE games, like they do with these NBA games, and like they do with Madden. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's EA. Pick your letters, pick your initials. EA, 2K, EA Sports, 2K Sports, EA Sports Big, 2K Little. Yeah, y'all probably don't know what EA Sports Big is, but yeah, whatever you call it, these guys are trying to get your money in the worst way possible. And they don't really care about you in the slightest. Man, they gotta do better, man. But yeah, if you a big fan of, not a big fan of any of those things I said in this video, maybe give a like, give a comment if you can. You know, if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching up to this point. It's always good to have someone watch your whole video. Makes you feel good, man. So y'all be easy. Be blessed. Just for the island alone, WWE 2K25 should be free.